This thing seems like it do some damage. Welcome everyone to the world of Underdogs. Underdogs is a mech fighting, physics-based roguelite arena fighter. And it actually has a pretty decent storyline that goes with it. Very silly, comic book style, but also very enjoyable. And I say that because the few roguelikes that I have played may have had a story, but it wasn't a very good one. Now I'd like to say a big thanks to Perp Games for hooking me up with a review key of Underdogs for PSVR2. Now because Underdogs is a roguelike, you start out with the most basic materials and parts for your mech. It's just 2 wrecking balls on each side and you fight your way through things. Going into the tutorial, it teaches you basically the simple aspects of fighting the game. Swing to punch, and swing wider and harder for an even more powerful punch. Now, the movement system in this is a little different. Not a lot of games use it. What you have to do is use your grip buttons, and you pull yourself around with the mech, and you let go to actually swing your arms and punch. It did take me a little bit to get used to, but not long at all.
Smash, move, and bash.
Now, on top of throwing punches and throwing even harder punches, you can use your movement to actually grab the ground with both arms, pull yourself forward, and you can smash your mech into other enemies for damage. And it's actually a lot of fun and super effective.
The place was called the Kill Box. Locals came to see fights to the death.
Now, playing Underdogs really makes me feel like I took the mechs from Matrix Revolutions and the fighting from Real Steel.
Right, left, right. Oh, huge uppercut by Adam. Zeus is down.
Pushed them both together and made one hell of a mech fighting VR game.
Where we at? Where we at? Come on, boss.
Now, because the game is a roguelike, you start out with kind of the basic tier stuff that you can get, but the more fights you win and progress, you'll start to unlock different customizable weapons, attachments, and upgrades for your mech to help you progress and get further along into the game. After each victory, you'll be given a choice of 2 different items. A lot of the times it'll be cash or an upgrade or an attachment for your mech. So choose wisely, because you never know which one will actually come in handy further down the line.
Alright, it's a new day in the jungle. Tonight's fight will be harder. The streets are full of ways to spend cash and get stronger. Buy, hustle, steal. Do what you need. You got 3 moves. Make your choices count. Alright.
Now, the way the game is structured is you start off on day 1, and when you complete your first fight, you move on to day 2, but you don't start fighting right away. You have to go through the whole day, which is the morning, afternoon, and evening. And during those 3 different time frames, you're able to do different things. There are different vendors who will sell you things you can trade. There are vendors that will help you have the advantage during a fight. And most importantly, there's repairmen, and they'll help you fix your mech in between fights. Now, these are extremely important because there's different things in the game too, where you can actually burn bridges in the game. It's very important not to burn bridges with your repairman. That will cost you very highly. I do not recommend it. Now, one way to burn bridges with vendors is to roll the dice and try and steal something. Now, you have a pretty good chance of actually getting away with it, but if you don't, you burn that bridge with the vendor and they will no longer sell things to you. Another way to actually burn a bridge too, you can sell secrets to certain traders for cash. Do not sell out your repairman. You will regret it.
Fuck. Alright, come on, buddy. Let's fucking go.
Now, once you get to the end of the 5th day, you will come across your first boss fight.
I ain't scared of you and your chain.
Now, this guy can be a little tough, but if you do have a fully healed mech and some good upgrades, you'll be able to handle him pretty easy, as long as you're also fighting smart.
Boom, bitch!
Now, I do have to say that the time I spent in Underdogs, this is a very polished and very fun game to play. I didn't run into really any issues except one minor bug where some text stayed on the screen during the boss fight, and if you ask me, that's not that big of a deal. Unlocking the different weapons, different hands for your mech is a lot of fun. When I was able to reach up and grab an enemy out of the air and slam him down into the ground and then bash him with my other hand, holy shit, that was so much fun. This is the type of game that a lot of VR gamers have definitely been waiting for, and if you're on PSVR2, I can't recommend it enough. The visuals are fantastic. I didn't notice any ghosting, anything like that. It runs at a fantastic rate, so if you're looking for a really fun game to play, go check out Underdogs. It's fantastic. And it releases on March 25th.
Get out of here!